Alright guys, today we're going to go over the volume and price movement. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for paper trading only. You can practice. I want to thank my Lord in heaven. Thank Him for everything and praise Him. For He's worthy to be praised. Hallelujah. I say arm a lot, but I don't know why I do it. Anyway, today we're going to go over the price and volume. And I want to add this bar to it. Right. Because what we're going to do Alright, our opening candle has, you can see the numbers over here, right? Has a total of 103,000 in volume. 13,000 of that was buyers, and the bar, the candle moved 63 cents. So what that tells me is that at 103,000 transaction in less than 3 minutes, that's some serious selling is going on here. Because in a typical bar, well, this is a 3 minute. Let me go back to the one that we've been using. Yeah, on a 3 minute, 1 minute. Well, it's gonna be less here, but this was the 3 candles put together. On a 1 minute, 60,000 is a lot. You know, you're gonna see on these other candles back here is 16,000, 6,000, 10,000, 11,000. But the opening candles, the market is very aggressive, trying to find some sort of direction, trying to decide which way it wants to go, trying to figure out how they can take your money. The algorithm is calculating constantly to figure out the best actions to take so that they can make money and you can lose money. This is why you need to wait. You need to wait and follow your plan, because I tell you, even when you have your plan, it's not 100% foolproof, and no matter how much times you change your plan, it's not going to be 100%. What you need to do is concentrate on one plan, stick to it, and keep it as simple as possible so that you can at least come out with some sort of positive income flow. That's basically it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it, bros. Ladies and gents, that's it. So this first candle was not much in price movement. It was 7 cents. See that? 7 cents. And that's also, if you look up here, also about 2% of the total price at which the stock is at. 4 cents would be 1%. It should be 8 cents for 2%. Anyway, that's their calculations. So let's keep it moving. So on the next candle, you have a big price movement. So 50-cent move on a 1 minute time frame. That's a bit. That's quite a bit. That's no little players here. That the big boys. Now, what we need to do is to kind of mark for ourselves. This is a very big candle. This is a 68-cent move. So you know that that's not regular traders, right? So we're gonna put a line there. Let's make it a little bit thinner. It's kind of thick. All right, so we're gonna look at it. I mean, we can write in something, but I'm just gonna do this real quick for you guys so you can see. So now that volume on this is 29,000. All right, let's mark a line there. So you do this. What does that tell you? It tells me that this volume, when the volume is this low, when this volume is this low below this line and the price move this high, there's going to be more candles that come behind it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like this candle right here. The volume is below and the price is almost there. Not quite there, but this is another candle that I'm gonna mark because I'm calling this one the medium candles. So let's make that yellow, and we're gonna use the same volume height. So let's leave it there. And then the low price movement. These are the ones that are not as significant, but they do have meaning, just like the others. Let's make that one red. You can't hardly see it. Let's make it white. You know what? Over here, let's lock that in. We're gonna do big volume. And on the big volume, we're going to make that green. The reason why we're doing this now is because we want to study at what volumes move what price. You know what I'm saying? We want to study what volume moves what price. So we have our lines. We have our massive volume, small price movement. Nothing happens. Then we have a little bit above, let's say medium volume, and we have massive price movement. Well, let's say medium volume. Let's get a medium volume line. And that was yellow. We got a medium volume line. So we have medium volume, big price move. And what happens? We have another candle that came behind it with more volume, smaller price move. So this candle had low volume, big price move. Strong candle. So you know that when you're trading, if you're at a resistance or a support line, like this would be a resistance and a support. Right now it's a resistance because the price is not going above it. So now you know that medium volume, big price move under my resistance line. What's going to happen? Da, 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 da. It's going to keep going down. You get my drift? Let's get my 9 back in there. See that? Medium volume. Now we have three indicators. We have medium volume, big price move. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Medium volume, medium price move. Yellow, yellow. Let's keep them consistent. You know what? I got to do something to make this different. Let's do this. Let's make it dash. There we go. Because I'm getting confused myself. I know that it's in my brain, but I'm explaining it to you guys. Sometimes I just too excited. I'm too excited to teach you guys. That's what it is. And I'm giving you guys a lot in these last couple of videos. I hope that you just follow this simple strategy, because you can't, I mean, you just have to be impatient and unwilling to follow your own rules to actually lose out in this. So, and that's what it would really boil down to. You not being able to follow your own rules that you're going to set for yourself. Alright, so what do we have? We have, okay, medium volume, medium price move, 50 cents. Big price move is 60 cents and over. Medium price, 50 cents, 40 cents, you know, anything above this line. You know, 38 cents, 27 cents. So somewhere in the 30 cent range. It's a little bit higher. But anyway. So now you know that when you have medium volume for this, now keep in mind, we're only talking about the 1 minute that we're using right now. If it was a 5 minute, the lines would be set differently. For a 5 minute, you'd add 5 of these candles together, you would get more than 50 cents. It could be $1. So depending on the time that you're using, you're going to set your lines accordingly. But I like to trade the 1 minute to 3 minutes, so it's not that much different, so I leave the lines. But anyway, you have medium volume, medium price move, candle goes under my 9, it's under my open high low, I'm taking the trade to go down. As long as I get this line above this yellow line and above this yellow line, I'm taking the trade. So you know, in addition to the fib, these are additional indications that can help you feel more confident in your decisions. All right. The next candle had big volume, smaller price move. So it's showing sign of weakness, because even though you have all that volume, you think with all that volume they could push the price higher than the previous candle. Why not? It's almost like you have 5 guys pushing a car, and then you put 10 guys pushing the same car, and they're pushing it slower than the 5 guys before. I mean, how does that work? How are you going to add 5 more guys, more volume, and it's moving slower than the prior before? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's something to keep in mind. That's how you want to look at these things. And then on the other candle, now what do we have? We have medium volume and a bigger price move than the candle before. And even though that volume pushed the price up a little bit more, which was only 38 cents compared to 33 cents, it wasn't enough to break your 9 or your line up here. So this says nothing for me. Even though it's a good candle, And in the middle of an uptrend, this would be nice, but we're in a downtrend. And then on this side now we come back, and you see that we have greater volume with equally greater price movement. Last one was 33, this one is 34. Now we have two red candles, three red candles that are powerful, one green candle that's weak. If I took a trade here, I'm staying in. Because on this third candle, it's a pretty good candle on a 1 minute. I know that it's going to go down somewhere. And on the next one, we have an indecision. I don't really pay much attention to these candles because they're indecision candle. The market hasn't decided which way it wants to go, to continue to go. Then it decided to continue to go down. And sure enough, that's what it did. And then, boom. This is just not something you want to see. You have small volume below the blue line and small price movement here, way below the white line. That's serious weakness right there. Okay, after that you have big volume. And you have small price movement. So I'm not too worried, even though it has a long wick, I'm not too worried. Because with that, as I said before, with all that volume, they push the car even slower. So I'm not really that concerned. And then what came afterwards? Boom. But Dow, big price move, small volume. That's what I like to see. Small volume, big price move. Just like it started over here. Small volume, big price move. Those are the candles you want to see. Those candles make me feel good. Smaller the volume and the bigger the price move. That's what I like. And of course, then we start to transition here with more green price movement moving up. And the volume, not so wonderful, but 2 in a row. Weakness on the red here. Almost no price movement, very low volume. And then what do we have? Boom. We have almost medium price volume, big price movement. That's a definite. Once I candle past the white here and it's going up to my green and I'm seeing that baby above my 9, I'm jumping in. I'm jumping in, and of course I'm going to write it to my line here where I know that it could reverse, and as you can see it did. So this is how you want to try to get to understand your volume. Small volume, big price move, good candles. Right? Small volume, big price move, good candle. The smaller the volume and the bigger the price move, you can't go wrong. You want to get in on those candles and ride the next one and maybe a third. Small volume, small price move. Gotta take this one to the doctor. Ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. And big volume, small price move. This is a tricky candle because volume does say a lot. When you have so much volume, it can be an indication that the opposite sellers or buyers, whoever's on the opposite end, could be pushing to change direction. As you can see, it ended up green. It pushed all the way up and it stayed green. So you want to keep that in mind. When you have big volume candles like this, you gotta be careful. But my favorite, as I said before, small volume, big price move. These are my favorite candles. Smaller the volume, the bigger the price move, the better. This one here, small volume, big price move. 1, 2, 3 to a high right here. Even though it's red, it created a higher high. So this is where you want to start getting out. You know, I can even color my candles. The same thing as the volume down here. All I did was I put two of the same thing on my chart, but on this one I decided to make that check mark. See right there? To make the bars the same color as the volume. For me, it's just easier in my eyes to see. When I see a purple candle, I'm looking down to see the volume or the price move. I see a purple candle, I'm looking down to get the volume. Looking to see the size of the volume, because what I want to see is a small candle and a big price move. Okay, when it's going up, you want to see purple. When it's coming down, you want to see the white one. So it's just so that I could see it easier and quicker and identify what's going on. My lines indicate to me what I like the most. I want to see like this. I have volume that's almost here. If I had a volume here and a candle up here, oh my goodness, that is going to destroy the market. You see those, they're rare, but you'll see them. This one was close. This one was really close to my green line, and this one is way up there. You see that? And look at the price movement on it. Boom, 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 boom. Went straight up. So you want to see, when you mark your lines, you want to see volume go all the way up to your line here, and you want to see a candlestick go all the way up to your line here. Of which, you know what, I should make green and green. Two highest points. There you go. So you want these two green to be the same. If they're the same, don't even think about it, just get in. Don't even think about it, just get in. This is very close. I would get in on this right there. It's above my yellow line here. This volume is just touching my yellow line almost above. This is just something I can work with. This is good too. It didn't really follow through, but it's a good candle. You should see that while you're in the downtrend. So yeah, they pretty much went sideways after here. The only good trades were here to there and here to there. All for the rest of the day was a joke. So I'm saying the range is so small. You're not gonna make no 800% on this day. Not happening. No $10 trades here today. Gotta stick to your $1,700, $800 trades here, and that's the range. That's it. Only from here to there, the whole day. See that? So you don't even want to waste your time with the rest of the day. You just trade from here, the second hit, all the way down to here. First trade, second trade, from here to there. That's it. Day's done. Nothing else to do but to go have fun, enjoy your life. All right. So let's get all these things on. Let's see what it looks like. Got a double inside bar, a tweezer top, a ORB with our volume. All right, that'll be it. So now I add everything together. I got my volume, my moving average, and then I would have my lines from yesterday's chart, high, low, and whatever else. And then I'll say, okay, it's coming down here. What am I going to wait for? I want to see, to get in, to go up, I want to see big volume, big price movement. See that? I don't have to look up all the way up here, I could keep looking straight, and I could see this information right in front of me. I could see my lines. I can see my lines here, and I can see that it's close to the bottom of the open candle, but that's okay. It's a big enough candle for me to not to be too concerned. You know, I pushed right through it and stopped at the upper part of it. So that's what we're doing. You know, that's their volume and price movement candle, guys. And this is all my other stuff that I showed you in the last video. So if you want to see this stuff up here, just check the last video. Yep. Alright, guys. I want to say thank you for watching the video. I hope that you learned something. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments. But listen, watch the videos. If there's something that I'm not explaining that you're having a hard time understanding, reach out to me. I'll put email in the link in the description or somewhere in there. All right, but that's it. This is how you're gonna make some extra money. But if you're learning, start with $100. You're going to have to just stick to the rules. Stick to the rules. Stick to the rules. Stick to the rules. And do what rules are they? The rules you're gonna set for yourself. And how are you gonna set those rules? You're gonna watch the video. You're gonna write down everything that I said step by step, and then you're gonna follow through with those steps. You're gonna promise yourself that you're gonna stick to those steps. And only those steps, and you're gonna make only $10, $20, $15, $7, but that's okay for now. When you get really good at it, just like I explained, you driving a car to eventually driving a car and looking at your phone. Why I see you, you gotta cut it out. I see you. That's what causes accidents. I know. I was one of those guys. Thank God I've never been in an accident because of it. But just follow the rules. Just follow the rules. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. When you get to a point where you understand this volume and price movement on the chart that you're working with, you won't even need any of the stuff. You'll just know from the, because when I first started, I only used the volume and the price. I didn't use anything else. All this other stuff I just add because it's so quick for me to see. I don't have to physically draw lines. I don't have to draw a line here. I don't have to wait to see what lines. No, they're just there, and I know what they are. And I know in the blink of a thought that if they're here, that's what happened. If they're there, that's what happened. Now it's your turn to just get used to that. That's it. That's it. Just your turn to get used to that. So guys, you can do this. I have confidence in you. You can do it. You know, start out. Paper trade practice. Paper trade practice. The only thing you have to learn is sticking to rules, because the trade works. And even if it fails, you're going to get out. And then you're going to wait for it to happen again. You're going to do the same thing. You're not going to change. You're not going to change until you have mastered one type strategy, one strategy of trading. When you master that one strategy of trading, that's when you're going to move on to the next stuff. And with that stuff, you won't even need to ask me. You're going to automatically just start to identify other things and other ways to make your trading better. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even with the fib, you're probably going to start putting your own numbers. You know, I mean, you don't have to use any one particular style of fib. Like, oh, they tell you, oh, this works and this is the only way, it's guaranteed. No such thing. Nothing is guaranteed. Because I can look, let me show you. I can change this to the other fib that I had, my measuring fib, right? And I could just say, okay, well, when the volume reaches here, above my white, and it's above my 20, I'm going to take the trade. I mean, you could just do anything you basically want to do. The best system is your system. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to give you a hint or a thought of the possibilities, and for you to take that idea and that thought and practice it and become confident with it. And that's all it is. I mean, I used to have all these ideas in my head when I used to trade with it. And every time I got in a trade, they took my money. I got in a trade, they took my money. And for nothing in the world, I couldn't figure it out. I got into a trade, they took my money. I got into a trade, they took my money. And I just kept doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Until I decided I'm not trading anymore. I just stopped trading. One time I stopped trading for 2 months. I stopped trading for 2 weeks. I stopped trading. You know, I'd get lucky sometimes. I'd make a couple thousand and then I'd lose it. And now I realized, because I was too greedy, I always wanted the 1,000% return. Because I hit it once by accident. I put $90 in a trade on AMD. When Microsoft and Amazon decided to use AMD chips last year, was it? And the stock moved from $89 to $125 in 2 days. It was by accident. I was at the computer. The news flash came up on my screen that AMD, what's the name of those laptops? Yeah, what's the name of those laptops? Not Apple laptops, the other one. They were going to start using AMD chips, and I like AMD chips. I've been using AMD chips for almost 25 years. I mean, they were cheaper than Intel at the time, and to me, they worked just fine. And I used them in my first computer, 100 megahertz. Can you believe that? I paid $5,300 for that computer, 100 megahertz. I mean, today computers are 3-4 gigahertz, and here I am spending $5,300 on a 100 megahertz computer. Wow. Back then it was amazing, but nowadays it's slower than the slowest first phone that was made. There's a laugh for you. Let's show you money. You can't. If you sit and think about money, you're going to be wasting your life. Sit and think about your talent and how to use your talent to earn. You want to use it to earn interest on your talent. You're using your talent as a compounding interest for yourself. So whatever your talent is, you're going to work it, you're going to make your money, and you're just going to keep saving it and compounding it and investing it. And that's going to take on your part your ability to follow steps, just like you'd follow the rules of the road, just like you follow the rules of laws of man. And better yet, if you follow the laws and the rules of God, then you can't go wrong. Because with the laws and the rules of God, it never changes. Man changes their mind every day. They tell you one thing and then there's something completely different afterward. It's nothing but trickery. But with the word of God, there's no trickery there, bro. Ladies and gents. It's just truth. You know? God's words hold this entire world together. If God's word didn't exist, the world wouldn't exist. It would fall apart. Think about it. The intelligence in your own body, in your blood cells, is beyond the intelligence of man. Nobody understands where the intelligence in your body comes from. They say it comes from monkey. Okay. It comes from a monkey. So we just big explosion, and boom, intelligence into a monkey. And from a monkey, we evolved into human beings. Anyway, to each their own. But I would strongly suggest that you realize that the intelligence that holds this world together is way beyond a monkey. And don't trust me on that. Trust your own inner connection to truth. That's all you gotta trust. Your own inner connection to truth. The only truth there is. And that truth comes from the one and the only, the creator of all that is. And that will ever be. Anyway, y'all, give thanks and give praise, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Appreciate it. Thank you for your comments. And I'll see you on the upside. Bless.